Hi, I'm Morris, just here today with a really quick method to start getting into analyzing your own gameplay, which is going to help you recognize bad habits and play more mindfully. So I'll just get right into it. The method is as follows. Open up any replay where you lose, scroll back a few pieces before you die, and consider whether you could have stacked your preview pieces to get out of the situation. If there is, great. Now we compare that solution with what actually happened. Try and recall what you were thinking about during the final sequence, and try to identify what you could have been thinking about to find your solution. Did you cover garbage? Did you ignore a dependency? Was there a pattern you didn't see? There are lots of different possible answers. If there isn't a solution within these 5 pieces though, chances are the situation you're in might have already been doomed. Scroll back another few pieces and try and figure things out again. What got you into that bad situation in the first place? And that's it. For our purposes, we can consider that replay analyzed. So why do I think this method works? First, it's just way faster to do than an exhaustive complete replay analysis. Scrolling through an entire match to analyze every little detail is a ton of work. Oftentimes, when I try to do some really in-depth analysis, halfway through, I say aloud, wow, this is really tiring. What am I? A super sweaty try-hard Tetris nerd? Well, yes I am, but it's not like I want to feel like it all the time. So I close the replay and play TFT. When we go to see just the loss, sure we miss a lot of detail, but we know that we're looking at a key point of the match that we must have made some mistake on. Keeping things fast and easy helps you stick to the habit. It's better to get a rough overall picture of your gameplay over a larger sample of your games than a very in-depth snapshot of your gameplay during one particular round. For example, there isn't usually much to analyze when you die to a misdrop in a single game, but if you notice that you're dying to a very similar misdrop across a lot of games, there can still be some things to take note of, like you get screwed over by wall finesse really often, so try to take more time at the top of your board, or maybe you often DAS when you don't mean to, so you should adjust your settings. So of course it's better to look at entire replays, identifying more mistakes, and especially analyzing some offensive situations instead of just defensive. But I think that this is a really good starting point for players who don't even look at their gameplay unless they're recording it to YouTube for sweet internet points. As a side note, one way to apply this, aside from just looking at your versus games, is to do it continuously as you play one of the APM Survival cycle gesture's user modes. After playing a round of the game mode and dying, type /replay in the chat, play the replay, and analyze it as you would above before restarting again. You could also do this with the Eternal Exercise if you can't complete it every time, or Cleanwell 20 TSD if that's something you do. But yeah, hopefully you start incorporating analysis into your routines, either to wind down after a TL grind session, or when you're just playing some user modes to practice. And that's the end of the guide. Renj and I are going to be trying to upload an actual non-podcast video every 2 to 3 weeks, so stay tuned and subscribe and share the video or whatever. So see you all next time.